my life totally changed completely. Last August, I started not feeling very well, and I found out that I was pregnant for the first time and started getting really sick and became bedridden within a week. The pain every single day was just getting worse. I shut down completely. I couldn't participate in my daily life. I had to call out of work. So I went to the emergency department. They did an MRI and they told me that I had severe pancolitis. So they did the sigmoidoscopy and my colon just looked necrotic. The photos are black. Within the same year, my colon was perfect, looked beautiful, and then now it's black in these new photos. A little bit after a week of me being in the hospital, I had a miscarriage. Did an ultrasound and was able to confirm that there was no heartbeat anymore. That night, after I had had the miscarriage, I was going to need an emergency surgery. That my CT results were pretty concerning. I was just how much devastation can a 27-year-old go through within a 24-hour period? I was just do whatever you have to do to put me out of this misery, whatever it is. I just don't want to be in pain anymore. If you need to do surgery to fix me, please just do whatever. I just trusted the doctors, and I met Dr. Wurzy, who was my surgeon on my case. I only asked one question. I said, am I gonna have to have a bag? And he said, yes, but it doesn't have to be forever, and we can talk about the rest once we get you through this. I learned that my surgery didn't exactly go as planned, and it went pretty terribly. Dr. Wurzy told them, the one thing that I have on my side is that I'm young, and that the next 24 hours were gonna be critical. When I woke up, the first thing that I wanted to do was FaceTime my mom. And I just remember FaceTiming her and saying, I'm alive. And that was just one of the most emotional moments of her, just being able to talk to her and let her know that I pulled through and I'm still here. So I had the fight of my life in front of me, but just because I was extubated and my colon was removed doesn't mean that I was better. I was actually kind of worse, which was heartbreaking for me because I thought I'd get surgery and I'd get better and then I could finally go home. But I wasn't getting better. Things just got worse because of how bad my colon was. And I didn't want to feel that way. I remember not wanting to tell my husband or my mom that I was feeling this heartbreak because I already saw them feeling that for me, and I just felt I had put them through so much already. I didn't want to keep burdening them. But I managed to just, start learning more about the ostomy life, and I started finding some people that were really open about it, young girls like me, and I was just shocked. There was this huge ostomy community. That was something I needed to see really early on. I remember telling my husband I want to start getting involved and doing things, and it had been not even 2 months post-op, and he was oh my gosh, this is so great.
We're now super involved in the Crohn's and Colitis Foundation. We're doing Take Steps Walk. We volunteered at Camp Oasis. I think those things have brought us a lot of joy and fulfillment, and I just think it's cool that we've been able to sort of turn this from a terrible experience into something a little more positive.
My experience with Camp Oasis, I was able to make my first ostomy friend. We were able to room together at Camp Oasis. We literally stayed up at night bonding and talking about our ostomies and how things are different for us, and what was it the first time you did this, or how do you do this? It was girl talk, but in a completely different way. As much as I have all the love and support I could need through my family, they will never know what it's like to live with an ostomy, and to be able to find a friend and connect on that and be able to joke about it. We were we don't laugh our butts off anymore. We're what if we laugh our bag off? Just getting to create those bonds. Camp Oasis really gave me friendships that I really cherish.
The Crohn's and Colitis Foundation is very important to us and our family because it raises so much awareness. It brings just so much hope and so much helpfulness to people suffering through this that would otherwise, I feel, be alone if they did not have other members in the community to learn from and to communicate with. And I'm hoping that the monies that are raised can help find out why this happens, or maybe who's at risk, and to keep other people from going through the things that my daughter, I wish, would have never had to go through.
I will just like never be the same person, like physically, mentally, emotionally. Like it just changed like my whole outlook on life, and I just think like the love and support I have around me is like able to keep me like positive and like keep going.